Hello, welcome to Make Me, the crafts you make at home. I'm Sharon, welcome back to our kitchen. You'll see our dogs walking back and forth, they're part of the fun. This week we're going to look at making art using a technique called Zentangle and some of the derivations of that style. So what is Zentangle? Zentangle is a design where you create a string on your paper, so usually with pencil, and that frames where your design will go. So you'll have certain designs that will be placed in this space, and our dogs are really liking the idea of Zentangle. And you can see I'm using this pattern consistently inside of this space. And then maybe on this side, I might do something a little different. And you end up just blending these all together and shading them. And the rule for Zentangle is that you use black and white. So I may use black ink at this point because I've done this and got rid of the pencil. And anyway, these will fill up the spaces between the strings. Zentangle only involves black and white, and you always have a string. Here are some of the classic patterns that there are many patterns, and a lot of people make up their own. So if you enjoy this, you can come up with some of your own patterns. So here you're making a sunburst sort of an effect. So let's put some of that into our design, the effect. So, and you can see that they're smaller and smaller as they go around. And you can repeat this. And put some more of them in here. This is a very relaxing, meditative type of an activity that is great for the summer when you're just looking for something to do in a relaxing way. Here's another pattern. I did start this, it's called Huggins, and you can see how you start with dots, and that kind of outlines and going right up to the string. And you can fill that in. Sometimes you might want to shade in some of them to make a sort of a checkerboard pattern. The nice thing about Zentangle is that there are no mistakes. Whatever you do is fine, and you just take the design and you work with it from that point on. Let's look at some other designs. This is the Opus. You start with using a fescue design, which is sort of a floral look. So let's use that for this area right here. And so that is Zentangle. Now the difference between Zentangle and Zendoodle, Zendoodle is free form where you don't use a string at all. And you can also incorporate color in a Zendoodle. And there are other doodles can be incorporated that are a drawing, and then you can fill in the drawing. So what can you use these types of techniques on? You may use them on clothing. So here's a pair of sneakers, and they're decorated with a Zentangle pattern. They look really cool, done all black and white. And here's an example of a tote bag. And I like this one particularly, your Zentangle face mask. And here is a throw pillow, and obviously this is done with Zendoodle because it incorporates some color. And you could use any of those fabrics. You want to use a white background and black, or the colored if you're doing a Zendoodle. Or you could just use paper as I've shown you. And once we have finish this program, I'm going to set up a link because I'm also going to send out some rainbow scratch paper, because look how lovely a Zendoodle looks on rainbow scratch paper. So you'll get some plain paper and you'll get some rainbow scratch paper, and you'll also get a skewer so that you can use that to scratch the paper. And that will be a free giveaway that we'll have as a link in our Facebook page, and you can just order those to take home and relax and listen to some music and enjoy your crafting time. So please sign up for that. So here's one more pattern. This is a little bit more complex, the Hollyba. So for that, you're making long lines, look like highways, and then taking the strands out of there. And then you can see on that pattern, they're coloring in the spaces between, and then also putting a dot just because they like the way that looks. And again, it's all whatever you want it to be when you're doing Zentangles and Zendoodles. The art sort of becomes what you want it to be as it's growing. You may not even know what it's going to look like right now, and then you just keep on adding to it, and no matter what you do, there's no mistakes. So I can keep going with this and fill up the entire page to make it look really cool and interesting. And I'm going to post some more examples of Zentangle on this video as I'm finishing it up, and also a link to help you order your take-home craft for the rainbow scratch paper. So thanks, and I hope you enjoyed making a craft today for Make Me. Thanks.